extra and make sure they come and get chef on my beats and I'm damn sure no running man. Got off the block, I'm just taking my hustle and call me see those till I keep it 100 grand, 100 grand, 100 grand, 100 grand, 100 grand, 100 grand. Call me see those till 100 grand, 100 grand, 100 grand. Remember them nights on my back in that trap, I was desperate to pop, but I kept me a strap. I'm thinking and scheming, I'm flying and dreaming. Think if I bubble it, I just might double it. Throw a little extra and make sure they come and get chef on my beats, and I'm damn sure no running man. Got off the block, I'm just thinking my hustle and call me see those till I keep it 100 grand, 100 grand, 100 grand, 100 grand, 100 grand, 100 grand.
What's going on, everybody?
100 grand, 100 grand, 100 grand.
We got Ashley Sanders in the building. Okay. Well, I know it's been a little while, but I was busy doing things. And so, today's another episode of brand new podcast, the Brand National Underground Music Podcast. This is brought to you by Optimal Agreements. You know what I'm saying? Presented by Interactive Entertainment, LLC, and power directed by Okun Hennemeister. Go ahead and get your loved ones wedded together right now for $29.99. That is PPLSI, www.wearelegalshield.iankirton.com. wearelegalshield.iankirton.com. Get your loved ones wedded together for $29.99 a month. Okay, so that's that, and let's get to this. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. What's the first topic?
So what we're going to be speaking on today is the rise of conscious rap in the 2020s. Basically discussing how it basically evolved and how it became
I think. All right, go ahead. Well, it started off as it is already. That was the original form of hip hop, the purest form of hip hop. But like you said, go ahead. I'll let you start it off.
I believe there was an actual precipice of basically conscious rap that I believe it started directly in 2020. I think it started in March, right at the spring season, and the precipice was basically that a lot of rappers from 2016 that made music in 2016, they started the energy of being able to be more confident to speak on a lot of political issues that involved just the downgrade of society that we have all over the world. So we know that COVID happened, right? Yeah, COVID happened, and then we had isolation. And so everybody kind of spoke on hey, this is not really working out because music industry is taking a toll because nobody can't go to shows, can't nobody go to public spaces because we have COVID, and then everything revolving around COVID. So what I think, though, is that after everything that happened 2016 to 2020, or at least 2019, I think a lot of rappers gained enough confidence to just say, you know what, we're already in isolation anyway, so let's just make music. And then I believe a lot of people started researching more and more what was going on and said, oh, I don't need to be rapping about this, I don't need to be singing about this, I need to start rapping about this because my people are being led astray from certain things.
And that's what I'm about to ask. 4 years after drill popped off, you think that's a coincidence? I think somebody taps young people on the shoulder and was like, hey, yo, there's another way.
Yeah, I think there's a coincidence. So, for an example, just speaking on a person, a rapper, Chief Keef, great. He's a perfect example as a good drill rapper because he was amazing. I think his career started in the early 2010s, right? So, and I think probably before that, but just trying to gain that popularity. But, Don't Like, his song, that song right there alone, everybody knew him as Joe. But then...
Started Joe.
Yeah, started Joe. But then he ended up leaving Chicago, and then he left for good. Because he realized, dang, well, if I'm going to progress with my career, I want to stay alive. You know what I'm saying? So politically...
He has that case, he can't go back. If he goes back, he's going to go to jail.
Right. And so, that stigma that, that we have to face in our community of just the staying free, because of everything that we had to go through enough just in history, we just trying to stay out the way. So he ended up staying out the way, and he may not make as conscious as rap. His raps are not directed towards the drill aspect anymore. Now, some of them are, but they're fun. He's having fun.
I think he's so drill that it comes off as drill.
Yeah.
He's not trying to.
He just has a sound. His sound is so dedicated to Chicago. Yeah. But when you listen to his lyrics,
he's so Chicago that it comes off as drill.
Mm-hmm.
Drake is so poppy that his rap comes off as pop.
Cause that, yeah.
That's his vibe. Like Chief Keef is so.
He's just
yeah,
was in that. Like he was just in that.
He's just the essence of drill. Yeah. He's a perfect figurehead for drill.
Yeah, he was really like I'm not gonna say the birther. Right, yeah.
He was like New York drill. That's like he was actually, you see him on live running ops down. Like it was ignorant. He's doing like life now. But like,
yes, I know.
But his drill was like actual. You could feel it because he'd be like, "That don't run." Like you actually like if you remember like earlier in his life, he said that to a nigga like while he was chasing him.
Exactly. Yeah.
So he just used that as like an ad lib later on.
Because at the end of the day, like especially when you live. When you live your raps and when you live your lyrics, it's like, okay, yeah, I know what they're talking about. Because sometimes everybody can relate to that stuff, especially if it's relatable. But even so, like, the turning back to a more conscious and woke aspect of creating music, it's not really about the sound, it's about the lyrics. Because you can have a good sound, you can have the drill sound, you can have any kind of sound, but it's all about what you're rapping about.
Sometimes Pac got a Christian album out.
Exactly, because he turned his life around.
Yeah.
And you know, all his
to
music,
the fullest.
To his music, he done made all kinds of murder music.
Next time you see Mr. J or talk to Mr. J, I'm gonna call him later on after this. Say to the fullest. See, like, I'm just trying to get my house done to the fullest.
To the fullest.
Because I think Pat, that's what he said. He's like not the fullest. He said fulliest.
The fulliest.
on everything. I think Pat salute to the Christian album. But no, I was saying the dichotomy of the New York drill and Chicago drill, and then Common Sense Kanye versus Chief Keef, Lil Reese, Lil Durk.
Yes.
So you still have conscious rap in Chicago.
Exactly.
Lupe Fiasco. Like, but then it's just like there's the other side of the. And the thing is, drill only makes up like 5% of music.
Exactly.
So
it's just popular, you know. It's just everybody loves that. Like
no, it was like my analogy was the car zoos where you can drive your car through the zoo, so you can look, you can like kind of be around, but like you're safe enough to drive away. That's what drill America's view on, or the world's view on drill is. Like, oh, cool, like it's like we know these people, but then like when it's time for dinner and supper and everything. That's why everybody's talking about taking a shot real quick. That's why I was mad at Lil Herb talking about when he changed his name to G Herbo. He's like, when did you get a G? When did you become a G? You was a nigga that got a phone call or someone's yelling outside talking about some dinners coming home. So like that's the difference. Like some people do it because they have to do it, and some people do it to fit in. Like
to fit in.
That's the no, but the thing is with the conscious rap. Take it back to the park. Take it back to New York, 70s, 80s, where like it's all only conscious rap.
Exactly.
It's it's like remember Ab Soul. Remember like that's he's newer. But like
he still touches on that.
Let's say like even like Redman.
What's simple?
Redman.
Yeah.
Like Wu-Tang. What else? I'm blanking right now. Cause I like a lot of.
But you do know that like the conscious rap, it did start in the 80s because like the late 80s, like 87, 88. That's when they were like, hey, I don't know about this assimilation stuff. Cause even though we do, we accept everybody.
So question. Because drill came after the hustle music, and the hustle music came after like the beef music, like Tupac and Biggie, Jay-Z and Nas, and then Eminem and Benzino, and then 50 and Ja Rule. Like there was like if there's like an episode like Marvel episodes, there's been like a beef episode Jay-Z and Jadakiss. Like it's been entertaining, but why don't they have? This is what I think. Okay, look, I'm not a conscious rapper. I'm just a rapper. I think I'm a musician, right? So then this is what I do. I would like the way that gangster hustle rappers, them niggas beef with each other. I'd like the conscious rappers to like do ciphers with each other.
Yeah, just like how it used to be.
Like,
because
even D12, like they had groups. It wasn't just one.
You remember that show on MTV too? And you had MTV made. I don't know if you got it. MTV 2, definitely I don't remember the name of the show, but it was a rap battle show, and there was like before the BET Awards, and then during the BET Awards and Hip Hop Awards, I don't know if it was on the Hip Hop Awards or whichever one it was, but I know they have maybe like a 10-minute like cypher battle of all these different rappers, and they had that on award shows, but they had rap battles.
His people, They did one, and then like Joe Budden got mad. He's like, "Why is this white man rapping for all these black people?" Like,
right, like he can rap because he can rap.
Because it's Eminem. That's why.
Like,
It's not
like,
just some random white person they picked.
But he might just have to sneak. He might have to be invited to the cookout.
No, it's his cookout. He's the highest selling rap artist in the history of the world. It's his cookout.
He got it. He's not.
They don't have rap without Eminem.
But listen though, deciphering is needed, and that's when people started doing that. 2020. That's when people were like, let's just go back. Let's just go back to the roots of actual rapping and see what's back there. Hold on. Put some bars together. See what's going to come off the top of your head. Okay. And then maybe write it down.
That leads me to this next topic. Talking about what go off the top of your head. Sometimes when you go off the top of the head, you talk about actual like recent shit, not old shit. Like and that's the statute of limitations for a reason. They want to catch you up. So young rappers that's listening today, rap about your old life. Transition, you can't do both. If you know what I'm talking about, you can't do both. So rap about the old life, not your current life. Your current life is going to be talked about in your book. You have to rap about your old life in your music.
Exactly. You never let the left hand know what the right hand is doing, especially when it's in present time. Because once the left hand knows, it's like, okay.
Like if you were to eat at a restaurant or whatever, you will post after you leave. Just like, because weird shit happens. Exactly. But I was saying, people are the new heads and feet for the music.
Exactly.
It's more digestible, as you said earlier. We were doing pre-production. She said it's more digestible for the people, like, because they're living more directly. Instead of telling stories about your mans, you're telling stories about yourself.
Exactly.
Before it was you're telling stories about your neighborhood, the ghetto Quran, 50 Cent talking about Fat Cat, talking about Southside, basically just. But the thing is, if you knew, you already knew. He's like, oh, 50 Cent was snitching on drug lords and Queens. He's like, no, everybody already knew that. He was just letting everybody know that I know about it. Like, he was just putting a pulse on it, basically.
Exactly.
And so you had Ghetto Quran, you was talking about the neighborhood. Then you went to talking about, like, the crew, let's say Joe Budden in the Triangle Office. Jadakiss, Fab, and Joe Budden talking about Webb and Nitty. Webb and Nitty are like, if you know Queens, you know about Webb and Nitty. Like, that's on everything. And so that's enough. And so and the thing about Fab, it was like, why isn't Fab famous? Like, Fab was in BMF.
Yeah, he was.
Fab doesn't want to be famous.
Yeah, like there's a reason. It's like, keep him low.
No, I remember there was a story about how his wife Emily tried to like get him to go to a surprise party. He just wasn't wanting to go. He's like, no, I don't know them. She's like, all right, well, they want to pay you. He goes, how much? He's like, she just made up a number. And then like, he's like, surprise. He goes, oh no, like just left. And she called, she like cried. She's like, I got working card for this. He's like, all right, so he came back. Like he was just there's layers to certain people. Like Eminem it said it cost Eminem $1 million to leave his house.
Really?
To go to Walmart at least. I didn't say leave his house. To go to Walmart, it said it cost Eminem $1 million. I had to rent out Walmart for the day first. Then I had to worry about the security. No, I had to worry about the security first, detail, and then I had to worry about renting out the Walmart for the day, so no one's even around. Then I had to actually buy something. Then I had to like put it to a P.O. box or like another property, because then I don't want anybody else knowing where I live. You know what I mean? Some jackass Walmart worker dog talking about some da-da-da-da-da, like, hell no, I know how that works. Like, think about like the famous people at Starbucks or like Louis V. Like Joe was talking about the people at Bergdorf, whatever. The dumbass Bergdorf worker dropped his low. Just like think about Duck, FBG Duck.
Yeah, FBG Duck. Yeah.
The Louis worker dropped his low. Think about that. And that parallels back to what you're talking about, how you post after you leave.
Exactly.
Like there's layers.
That's why
but
it's
then,
like
go ahead.
No, that's true. Because it messes with a lot of like this is the.
But also that's only for that 5% of musicians. Like the concert rapper doesn't worry about that. Like when I go out city to city, I don't have to worry about checking in, or I'll tap it with people I know there, but I don't go pay up people. I just walk around with the person I'm with. We will go as we are. We're not about to ever.
Exactly.
We will wear what we want to wear, do what we want to do. Like, because I'm not in that category. If you're in that category, then they're going to try you on everything. They're going to try you because they want to see it happen. And if you don't show it, then that means it's going to happen to you. My dad said at a certain level, it's going to happen to you or you the one doing it.
Right. And we've already figured out after all the, after like 5 years post-COVID, he's been doing the doing.
Okay, talk about that. Talk about that. You was talking about Joey Badass and Kendrick earlier.
Well, because we know, like, because listen, they're one of the only artists who didn't get. We're gonna speak on what I'm about to speak on now, but they're the only artists who didn't get, shook in the music industry because they were able to release their music without any repercussions. Like Joey Badass, you don't see him around too much anymore because he made let me see what his album is called, All American Badass. He made All American Badass, and I was like, you know what, a lot of it sounds good. All of the songs in there are really good. I know I have a few favorites, and then he made some more after that. But then after that, I was it because he said, you know what, I said what I needed to say. And if you guys want to continue doing what you're doing, then okay, I'm not going to continue making more music just to appease the mind of like a one mind track. You know what I'm saying? And so Kendrick Lamar too with what was that album called? To Pimp a Butterfly. That like that them albums like all those songs on there. When he did what he performed at the Grammys, the Black of the Berry at the Grammys, they have took it off of YouTube. And honestly, I just took. I literally just was on Safari, like on the web browser, trying to find the song, and guess what? I found it, but then they said, "Oh, it's not available." They really do not like when people have access to the truth and artistry, and sometimes that's what people look for. Like sometimes people ain't looking at the news stations or the media. Sometimes people are listening to music while they're working. Not everybody has time to watch the news or go scroll on X or scroll on Instagram, or go on articles and like websites. Now they got apps for them now, but no. So that's why I feel like those two people introduced what 2020's consciousness rap is now today, and that a lot of people are not scared to basically release a sound that's unconventional to what we're used to growing up.
What about growing up opportunities and paywalls and red tape? Talk about multiple different medias. Talk about being able to access the music on different platforms more easier.
Yeah, so I think that
like finding where do you find your music at? You said TikTok earlier yesterday.
Yeah, so like one of my things is I find a lot of my new music, like the things that some Easter egg songs. You're like, oh, I ain't never heard this before, but I really like it, and that's how you like the artist TikTok, because TikTok is one of the biggest platforms for creators. It doesn't matter what you're creating. Breaking art. Actually, I think breaking artists is probably the top type of
Talk about let's do this.
Creator.
Internet. Drake is MySpace. Soulja Boy is Facebook. Or SoundClick.
No, Soulja Boy was MySpace. Drake is Facebook.
No, Drake was MySpace too.
Okay.
Okay, so my bad. Drake, Soulja Boy, MySpace. Drake, MySpace. Then we have the 2016, 2018 SoundCloud.
That was fun, mostly on Twitter too, because a lot of them are Twitter, Instagram.
Then we have YouTube after like Chicago hit. So like you had YouTube, and then so you have certain. Even though Spotify is the biggest. And Pandora was the original. It's like, well, Spotify, actually, no, Napster was the original. But, Más o menos. Now that after the drill scene hit, it turned into YouTube. There's actually two YouTubes. There's YouTube Music and there's YouTube. And so if you notice, whenever you put out music, all the artists out there, you'll notice you have two YouTube signs or two YouTube signals on your distribution page. It's because there's YouTube Music and then there's YouTube, the iOS, actual platform for like video streaming, the OTT optimized channel.
And when I was a kid, actually, I was more on YouTube Music more than anything because I knew that that's where all the music was.
What about like condo hip hop and like I used to burn CDs as a kid. I used to get on. I just listen to music. Go to blogs like chat rooms, like AOL. I used to have. Like you said, MySpace, and then Facebook, so YouTube, and then what was the other one after YouTube? What would we say? Like TikTok.
TikTok, X, yeah. Which is Twitter now, or so at least Twitter.
X and TikTok, and then the next one has
Instagram.
Maybe
barely Instagram because Instagram's a little bit more local, so you have a lot of the local artists with everybody like.
I think it's lifestyle, and then they'll just post music as well.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you said like those platforms in that timeline actually break you to a major label.
Yeah.
Like
they discover you. A lot of people got discovered a lot on social media with the music.
We talked about those, they all got labels off of it, deals off of that.
Yeah, and that's why I want to move into the topic of how that kind of affected them mentally. because I feel as if it wasn't for social media, a lot of these artists that we see today would not be here. Oh, we forgot a really major important social media platform that affected a lot of like the stigma of mental health of upcoming rappers that are not famous was Vine. Now I know you guys remember Vine. Cardi B, like a lot of people that were on Vine, they got popular. That was the original TikTok before TikTok, but we had Musically too. But that was Musically, and that's how a lot of people found
they
Musically.
They have Music on YouTube. They can just listen to everything on YouTube.
Yeah, like they used to have Vine Musically. I think Musically came after Vine, but as far as everybody knew, like that's how a lot of artists got popular too that I knew about in high school. And I was so excited. So I'm like, who are y'all? Like, where y'all come from? And so that's why I'm just like, okay, cool. So when Vine shut down, that's when everybody was like, oh, what's going on with this? And that's when Musically started coming up. Everybody kind of went back to Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube and started making videos on YouTube, like the longer vlogs and stuff like that, and posted their art. So it was vlogs, art,
form content.
Vlogs, art, vlogs, music, stuff like that. That way people can kind of like keep the grasp that they create music, and not just create content. So.
Okay, no, I'm opposite. So what would you mean? So they want to identify their purpose.
Yeah, their purpose would be more for music, but a lot of people were more interested in seeing their personal life. So skipping back to that conscious
behind the scenes, because think about it. Remember when Jay-Z got on Twitter for the first time, or Jay-Z got an Instagram? They're like, Jay-Z has an Instagram, but he got off like an hour later.
Oh, yeah,
but then he started tweeting random shit. And like, they're like, oh my, or when Gucci Mane started, remember when he was wilding? He was like, yeah, da 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 da. Or like Kanye or Meek. Like they'll just get on like they affect
Yeah, they affected pop culture a lot with like being personable
through social
media, and that's why a lot of people were like,
DJ Khaled with the keys. Remember we were laughing about that the other day?
Yeah, he made me. DJ Khaled was one of the most smartest because he's a producer. He's not bad.
He's an executive producer.
He's an executive producer. He's an executive producer because y'all remember
he got the finals. He got the first touch and the last touch.
Shine, yeah. Beyonce winning. Beyonce. Okay, we're talking Beyonce and Rihanna with.
You wanna laugh?
Yeah, go ahead. Santana.
Talk about the Wild Thoughts.
Wild
Bryson
Thoughts.
Tiller. So I read the book, The Keys, DJ Khaled's book. It took Jay-Z, it took Khaled 80 phone calls and 80 days in a row to get Jay-Z to agree to do some music. And Khaled had to move his family to New York for like 5 months.
Oh, really?
He goes, the power of persistency. Or persistence, being persistent. He's like, yeah, I called him every single day. His associate, it's like his basically his handlers, not his handlers, it's Jay-Z. His like people, they were like Tata and them.
Yeah. Because like, listen, he was definitely like onto something with that. Because when it comes to these,
but then he got notice how he got the keys, then he got the shining, and then he got more because after you show and prove. Then it's like, all right, we gonna lock in, or not lock in, we gonna tap in. I say tap in because you got a choice. Locked in seem like you ain't got no option. You either distance. See, I say people be locked in instead of locked in outside, instead of locked up inside. That's how I feel. What are you locked into?
Exactly.
But anyway, that's why I say tap in because we can tap in whenever we need to communicate or exchange or do business. You just tap in with it.
And that's why I'm just surprised, like just do what he did. Just do what DJ Khaled did because he seemed to get everybody, and you don't really need everybody. But his
skill is collaboration.
Yeah, he collaborates.
And production. You're right.
But the way that he collabs with people is that he gives them a sound that's too.
Oh shit.
To go off.
Yeah. Alright, we good. Alright, we're good. I'm back live. I'm sorry, I got a phone call. So, fuck, what were we talking about?
We were talking about how Jay-Z.
Oh yeah,
and DJ Khaled were able to like get
the collaborations. And his skill set is collaboration. But I had a deeper topic, but I forgot it. It'll hit me in the head in a couple minutes. And so.
But the thing about that is that he lives a good life though. He's not sitting here still making, He's not trying to
He's
do
not
the
beating
most.
Overcane anymore. Beating Overcane is when he was with Terror Squad. When he was with Fat Joe and them.
Yeah.
He used to go by a nickname Beating Overcane. And then it turned into DJ Khaled. Everything. And somebody was funny. I'm about to stir the pot a little bit, be a little messy, but you can do shit like that when you fund yourself. But they were talking about how he's been very quiet about Palestine. Oddly quiet. Like, why don't you be the nigga? You the one yelling about everything.
Exactly.
Your people, hush mouth. So then it goes back to the Joey Badass and Kendrick thing. Callback. Imagine what would you think Khaled's, like, if he let him, We Are the World. He could do the new song We Are the World.
Yeah.
Like the Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie and Michael Jackson and Quincy Jones wrote. Like, he could do. That's a great story, by the way. We gotta talk about it another time.
Yeah.
It was like Michael wrote it. He wrote a little bit of it, and then he called Lionel, and then Lionel wrote a little bit of it. They were together. They're like, wait. And then Quincy Jones he's like, so you guys? He's like, no, we're definitely gonna be in it. Like, they're like, so you just writing it? No. These niggas don't know how to sing. Remember how mad he was that one day? That one time, like, yeah. And Michael's just like, oh, the lady, he's so upset. He's like,
yeah, that girl, she went off the chain. Like, she knew what was going down. She knew that she couldn't do none of that. But guess what?
What's the next topic? What?
That's why people today still need some We Are the World, because mentally
imagine if
we're not mentally making it.
Imagine if Khaled did the Palestine We Are the World. They got Chris Brown, they got Danny Lay, they got Beyonce, they got Hov with a little talk. He doesn't do a verse. He maybe do a verse. He does a little intro, outro, whatever. All the people that he works with, Justin Bieber, a little singing song. The Migos do it. Quavo does a little hook or something. You know what I mean? Like, they could do a We Are the World just off of Khaled's like compilations.
Exactly. And I think
pro that already. Sexy mama.
Yeah, I pro.
I probably make it happen.
Make sure it's tight at this part.
Oh shit! Talk that talk. We're about to translate into another podcast in a minute.
You crazy. But it's
next
nice.
topic. Lyricism, the vibes. What defines a great rapper? Go ahead. What defines a great rapper?
What defines a great rapper, in my opinion, is how original you are. Oh yeah, I wrote it. I got lighted, huh? Yeah, I got lighted. Seems like I do this. But I believe that what makes people great is just the fact that they make their own sound. And you can be like, oh yeah, like that's so and so. I know who that is. They have their own sound. They have their own way of creating the music. They have their own production. Like, I'll give you an example because we love examples, don't we? So Future, DJ Esco, and Metro Boomin.
I'll give you an example.
So Future, he picks his producers well because he knows that that's his sound. He knows that DJ Esco, back when he did Married to the Game, mixtapes and all his he like.
That's the mixtape DJ.
Yeah, Metro Boomin, when he did Kendrick, when he was on a song with Kendrick Lamar, when he was dissing Drake, like everybody was like, oh yeah.
That's the
like Metro Boomin, but he put his tag in there.
His own song. I'm gonna put my own sauce on this, right? So when I do trap shit or like street shit, I go to Coach Kane out east. When I want melodic shit or like say-songy shit, I go to Speakeasy Record. I go to Miles Messer downtown. When I want like some shit to slap and hit like really hard or like a deep message, I go to Icon at City Dome. It's like I know like I pick and choose where I want to have my shit produced based off of the vibe of the song. Like you said, basically.
And that's why it's just like, when it comes down to lyricism too, you gotta know what you're talking about.
And you gotta live your raps, and you gotta actually write your raps.
Like we said earlier, like we gotta live your raps. Live your raps. Have the storyline. Because what I've noticed that what people love is when people are telling a story in a sense where it doesn't have to be like, Ferris Bueller's Day Off type of thing. But it has to have like a follow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so what happened after that? You know what I'm saying?
What's
like
the name Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
That you don't know what that is?
I know it's a movie, Bueller.
Yeah, that's my movie right there, and it's just like He was just having fun, but then he had to get that car together. He had the miles in that car, and then try to put it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't put, but just like music, you can't put yourself. You can't just go backwards to think you're going, because then you're really like wasting gas. Like you know what I'm saying? So.
Unless you're talking about the past.
Mm-hmm.
That's the limitations.
Yeah, like you cannot. You have to go backward. Like basically, what I'm saying, you can't go backward
in
with
action,
your flow,
but not with thought.
Exactly. You have to basically make sure you know what you're doing. And if you want to progress in your music, you have to continue making that new sound, because if it's gonna sound like everybody else's, or you're gonna continue to be inspired by everyone else, this is gonna be everybody else.
I am guilty of the opposite. I have found a new flow. I use different flows for every song, but I found a new voice I'm gonna use on everything. I'm gonna let y'all see it later, but. Like, have we heard that before? I think it's about, even if you have heard it before, like I use one of Jay-Z's lines. Like he said, I used to want to rap like Common Sense. I sold 1 million records. I ain't rap like Common Sense. Like
that was a bar right there.
Alright, so I use it. I said I went to school. I used my noodle like I got common sense, but I dropped down and flipped some packs. I ain't been common sense. So I just like, but it was like an ode to him. So you gotta like spin it off, because it's still hip hop. Hip hop is old and new blended together. Soul samples with beats. I mean, with bars. Soul samples with bars.
And there's nothing wrong to inspire. Like honestly, one of the best things you can do is bounce off of. It's like really not really take a lyric, but like let's say you are writing, right?
550 degrees, 5,500 degrees, but yeah, 400 degrees.
Yeah, because they were still on the topic of that, and we know Juvenile, when he made 400 degrees, he was like, yeah, this is exactly what I'm about to say. I'm about to put this together. I know what this is gonna sound like, but you know how he was rapping though. He was like kind of telling a story, kind of like saying what happened, how it happened, kind of thing. And same for 5,500 degrees, like that was good. It's just as good. Like it's really the same sound though, but the fact that they gave that homage to Juvenile, like okay, we're gonna use your sound, but we're gonna make sure not to like get off of you too much. Because mind you, ESTG was still a college kid, so he's like, you know what, I love Juvenile, you know, but at the end of the day, I may have not had to do too many Juvenile things, even though we know ESTG probably has done things. You know, you gotta have that alias. But at the same time, we know that both songs are good.
And
you know you
can
play them back to back.
They're on the same label, so they have rights to the song, which is played. All right, well, guys, this is the first episode with Miss Ashley Sanders. This is a brand new music we're gonna get back to. We're gonna have another episode soon. National Underground Music. This is brought to you by Optimal Agreements, presented by NRGTV Entertainment LLC. And powered directed by Oku Hinnemeister. Go get your weather together for $29.99. IanCuritan.com. No, but wearelegalshield.com. IanCuritan.com. www.wearelegalshield.iancuritan.com. I apologize, Ashley. This is the sign off. Anything else you want to say?
Nope. I think we had a great discussion. Hopefully everybody gets an against this research. But we were discussing it.
It was nice having you.
Same here. It was nice to be here. Thank you so much.